The vast majority of us dream of having more money. A hobo living under the bridge wants more money to buy more booze and hot dogs. A middle-class man wants more money to buy a better car or to move to a bigger house. A billionaire wants more money to acquire his competitor's company. Different goals, same means of getting it. Still, the common denominator here, the money itself. These usually green pieces of paper that can be exchanged for goods and services. Is just a part of your overall well-being. Not the most important part. You will see it in a minute. If you, like the majority of poor people, are searching for quick ways to get rich, keep chasing the horizon. You may get lucky, but statistically, rather not. Yet, you may get some nasty side effects. A wise person at some point stops this hectic chase, takes a deep breath and asks, how does it actually work? The universe doesn't conceal its laws, but it reveals them only to the level you can comprehend and use this knowledge. One of such ways is this video. Not everybody found it. This is your chance. If you saw me before, you know that, unlike my countless colleagues in psychology, I don't invent anything. I study the ancient sources of true wisdom and apply it to my own life and to hundreds of other people. Civilizations come and go. Technologies develop and vanish, but our true nature doesn't change. Yet nothing happens without reason. If you stumbled upon this video, it means that God, the universe, higher forces, your guardian angel, or whatever you believe in, decided that it's time for you to get this knowledge. Feel free to take it or leave it. Just one thing, no, two things actually. If you drive on a highway and run out of gas, you have to exit somewhere, obviously. Gas stations are not at every corner. If you miss the exit, you might take the next one, if you get there. Because it might as well be the last exit on your whole trip. You will not know this until it suddenly ends. And it always ends suddenly, at least for you. Another thing, if you ignore the opportunities offered to you by God, universe, higher forces, your guardian angel, or whatever you believe in, they stop offering you the opportunities. Nobody up there can impose on you what you don't want. I don't pretend that this is your once-in-a-lifetime chance. Also, it's quite possible, considering the real value of this knowledge. Again, I don't produce yet another made-up theory from the series "It worked for me, so it will work for you." Not this crap. For those who are still with me, thanks for surviving this long introduction. It was necessary to filter out two types of people. Those who want quick results and those who cannot put even a little effort into getting through my accent. Both kinds of people won't benefit from this anyway. Okay, let's get to the chase. But for a change, we won't be chasing the horizon. We will delve deep into the mechanics of how it works on this planet. Really works, according to our OEM. And who knows better, really. But first, we have to agree on certain definitions. Otherwise, we will be speaking different languages, even if using same words. If you don't agree with some or all of these premises, just accept it until the end of this short video. Then feel free to go back to your habitual beliefs. The premise number one. When I say you, I mean not this physical body of yours, but the real you, the eternal soul that changes physical bodies, just like your physical body changes clothes, cars, houses. The premise number two. There is such thing as karma, the chain of causes and effects. Unlike our weak minds, the celestial accounting department doesn't forget anything. Every cause gets its due consequence, even if you did something 25 million years ago and have long forgotten about it. The premise number three. There are three aspects of your life that were predetermined before you were born and cannot be changed. 1. The moment of your birth. 2. The moment of your death. 3. The exact level of your well-being for this lifetime. Not just exact, accurate to the last penny, but not only in terms of money. I will clear it up in a minute. And the last premise, number 4. There is only one currency that you carry over from one life to another. It's called piety. Not in the phony religious sense, but as your sincere predisposition to do more good than evil. Very simply, by doing something good, you collect points just like in a computer game. By enjoying pleasures, you spend these points, and by doing something bad, you waste them faster. You cannot hide a suitcase of gold for your next life, you simply won't find it then. Thus, piety is the only currency you can take into your next life and use it there. This is like you work all year in the office, save some money and use it to take a vacation at a fancy resort. At the resort, your life is much better than at home. The hotel personnel pampers you all over and fulfills most of your desires. You enjoy exquisite food, fancy booze and beautiful sunsets, not working. But eventually your stay there ends. Then you pack your luggage and return home to work in your office, earning money again for living and for the next vacations. Just like that, by doing good deeds, you are earning your eternal currency, which you can enjoy spending in your next lifetime. Every wealthy or famous person you ever heard of was very pious in its previous life. I said wealthy or famous, not by coincidence. It takes us right to the next point. Your well-being is not only money, it also includes your health, your good relationships with other people, your external appearance, are you good looking or ugly, your fame, being born in a good family in a safe place and time, or as a poor handicapped hobo in the slums of a war city. Also your level of luck, your level of intellect, particularly your ability to recognize the value of the knowledge when it's offered to you. Like now, for example. There is a movie, Stardust, really nice movie, with great actors, well made, smart and interesting. At some point there, a witch casts a spell on a woman, dooming her not to see what she was looking for when it will be right in front of her. This is what happened. She couldn't see it, looking through it as if it wasn't there. We all are like this, every moment of our lives, seeing only what we are tuned to. When the time comes, the universe gives you exactly what you need now. If you don't take it, the next fuel exit may be very far away, if ever. God gave us freedom of choices and nobody can revoke it, even if you use this freedom against your very interests. What we do all the time actually. Sorry, I digress. This subject is so complex, it's hard to stay on a single track, especially for someone like me with the excess of Vata dosha. The winds in my head mess up my thoughts. So your pious behavior in your past life has transformed into a currency that manifests now as your well-being. But there are other factors that affect how and when you receive these rewards, such as celestial disposition and your lessons for this lifetime. Out of many, I mentioned only these two factors, the most important ones. The planets and stars at the moment of your birth define, or rather adjust your destiny for this lifetime. You may be entitled to a certain amount of wealth, but the celestial body will, for example, block it until you are 75 years old, or twist your mind in a way that you will receive your fortune at 25, but will waste it all in the nearby casino within a year. Many factors mold your life, and it's good to know at least most influential among them. Or ask someone who knows and who wants to help you, like me, for example. Otherwise, you might live your life by chance, guessing, hoping, getting something by coincidence or not getting it at all, jumping on one made-up theory after another, what most people actually do. Another important aspect that affects your life are the lessons you came here to take during this lifetime. Again, your karma and your account in the celestial bank define your wealth, but your lessons may also interfere with it. Like you may not get rich or healthy or have loving relationships until you realize something about yourself, or until you resolve a certain issue with your personality, forgive someone, or get rid of some nasty habit. You see, just these two aspects add two more dimensions to your life, and there may be dozens of them. Luckily, these three are the most important that affect your life the most. Again, to remind you, they are your karmic luggage, astrology, and your life lessons. The rest can be ignored for now. As I mentioned earlier, your well-being is not just the money you have. There are other aspects more important than money. Your well-being is like a set of communicating vessels, where the overall level is constant. One of the vessels is money, the other is your health, yet others are your look, your luck, your intelligence, your communication and professional skills, and so on. The most straightforward way to raise your money vessel is to tilt the system. The liquid from other vessels flows to your financial one. Your income goes up, but at the same time the levels in other vessels of your life lower. Your health might start to get worse. You start getting less sleep, which will impact your intellect and cognitive abilities. You get less free time to spend with your loved ones, which will result in deterioration of your personal life, and so on. This is what most people do. They start working more at the cost of their health and time spent with their families. So you earn more money, which you later spend to recover your health and save your family. Way to go, genius. Here's a simple question for you. Do you want to gain extra $10 million? We'll skip the answer, it's so obvious. Then another question. Would you still want these 10 millions but lose your arm? Or stay alone for the rest of your life? Or be completely paralyzed also for the rest of your life? Now the question is not that simple, right? Being not particularly intelligent, most people believe that they can get something for nothing. Thousands of unscrupulous gurus are trying to sell you their life hacks that will get you what you want quickly and for nothing, or for 3 easy payments, or $59.99. Essentially, these are the invitations to fool the universe. You have to be clinically stupid to believe this is possible. Now, having got the gist of how it works, you will be more careful in the ways you are trying to achieve something. Unless you are stupid, then go on with your search for hacks. No rush, you have the eternity ahead of you. Take your time. Again, your level of income is predetermined and changing it is an exception. Still, there are safe and ecological ways to do it, but for most people, their wealth for this lifetime is written in stone. And no amount of hard work can change it. Deep down, you know this is true. Let me show it to you. You know such claims as to live better, work harder, or the ever popular, if others could do it, you can do it too. The first one is being popularized by businesses who need others working for them. Essentially, it's a carrot that hangs in front of a donkey so it keeps moving. The second statement is also a lie. It assumes that there are much more similarities between us than there actually are. Our rulers want us to be same. It significantly simplifies the control over us. But we are much more different than we seem to be. I would say infinitely more different. And the apparent differences between us on a physical level is just the tip of an iceberg. Each of us carries the luggage of millions of lives with all our thoughts, deeds, desires, impressions, unresolved problems, pain, fears, disappointments, suppressed emotions, and so on. In fact, each of us is an infinite combination of infinite number of factors. Even the pair of exact twins differ a lot, especially if they grew up apart. But let's dig deeper. Work harder. How about this? You know people who work harder than you but have less than you do? If you are even a little observant and honest, you agree. But then you also know people who work much less than you do, if ever, but have a luxurious life, one that you don't even dare to dream about. And there is a lot of such people. Did you ever wonder why it happens? Apart from the ever popular idea that they all were born in rich families or got lucky in some other way, while nobody can explain what getting lucky actually means. Most of the times it's not the case, but let's accept it for now, just for the sake of argument. If it's so, then why some were born in more favorable conditions? Looks like God loves some people more than others. But this contradicts all religions and spiritual teachings we have. If you are an atheist, then who throws the dice that decides your birth? Some aliens? Or is it a coincidence? Isn't it illogical? Everything in this world is so perfectly balanced and harmonized to the last molecule. But here we have a coincidence. Think about it. While you are thinking, and I hope you do, let me present you another argument, one that seemingly contradicts my own claim, just to remain objective. There are many people who work hard and achieve great financial success. How come? I might ask myself. There is no contradiction with what I said earlier. We just need to take into account the real mechanics behind how this world functions. Nearly all the time your soul, you actually, is in the dormant state. This material world is alien to the soul. It has no business here. It doesn't even understand the language you speak nor what's going on around. When you want to dive to the ocean bottom, you wear a special deep sea diving suit. Just like that, our souls wear here special armors, spacesuits, our physical and subtle bodies. These spacesuits are what interact with this material world, everything and everybody in it, while the soul sleeps. Only occasionally it wakes up, not even completely, looks around and then falls asleep again. Yet this body of yours got to function on autopilot. Since the soul is from another world, the spiritual one, where there is no such thing as time, it knows everything, including your future. So during these short moments when it wakes up, it might show you the direction you will go and what you will be doing in the future. You might experience it as a déjà vu, intuition, or the gut feeling. Either way, if you get involved into a particular activity and succeed in it, this is not only because you worked hard, but because your soul told you what to do and you believed it for a change. This is yet another reason to have a clean life, when your vibrations raise and you hear your soul more often. Nearly all gurus and wealthy people claim that they have the ultimate life hack of getting rich. Just follow their steps and you will achieve similar results. Everybody from Brian Tracy and Robert Kiyosaki to some Johnny and Jessica who just became millionaires on Instagram show how they got there and invite you to join them on their fun and easy journey to riches. Millions of people are trying to repeat their steps. Hardly few of these imitators get even close. Why? Maybe because there are other variables in this equation, other than mechanically repeating someone's steps. Once upon a time, I was in one network marketing company, the legitimate one, not a financial pyramid. All our trainings always came down to this mantra: repeat these simple steps again and again and again. Everybody follows the steps. Some get some results. Very few become really successful. But all you see are only the successful cases. The rest is declared not having followed the instructions. The network marketing is a wonderful business model that indeed makes thousands of people financially free. But it's not for everybody. You need to have certain personal traits to succeed there. I didn't, so I left it. Their claim that everybody can do it is a lie. Same is in all other occupations and professions. Your personality has to comply with the nature of this particular activity. Only then you have a chance to succeed in it. A good chance, if you are not lazy or stupid. So when someone is saying, if I could do it, you can do it too, he lies, or he's mistaken, if he sincerely believes it. We are getting to the finish line. Carry on with me. For this lifetime, you got a certain talent, which you must apply to your own growth and for the good of others. I rarely use such imperatives as must, but this is the case. You might get some success in life by chance, but it will be sporadic, fleeting, and unpredictable. The only way to really succeed in life is to discover your talent and start using it. Only then money will be flowing your way, possibly in the amounts you can't even imagine. Because, and this is another law of our universe, you can get truly successful only when following your path to your goal. Otherwise, you will keep getting reminded that you are going the wrong direction. These reminders are usually painful, depending on your stubbornness. This feedback to you may range from scratching your knee to oncology and to losing your entire family in a fire that burns your house to the ground. Most people have no idea of their purpose in life. They get fooled into believing that there are good occupations and not so good ones. So a lot of people want to be bankers, managers, or directors. Less, but still a lot of us dream of becoming super popular. An artist, a musician, a movie star, a famous athlete, a scientist, or whichever other stage appeals to them. Such dreams only show the general direction of their inner aspirations. It's a good start, but not enough. Most people today are torn between two poles, fear and vanity. Nearly everyone wants to be special, yet just like everybody else. Funny, they don't realize the contradiction of these mutually exclusive desires. But let's look at the most famous and successful people in this world. Yes, some of them were born in wealthy or artistic families, but most rich heirs simply squander the fortunes they inherit. They get involved with booze, drugs, fancy cars, and end up pretty quickly. Let's focus on self-made famous people. What nearly all of them have in common, they knew exactly what they wanted to be and to do from the earliest years of their lives. Like Shania Twain, wanted to sing since she was 3. She did, she became super successful, and this is not a coincidence. Nearly all stars did what they loved with full passion, even obsession, and incredibly hard work that they didn't even see as work. If you ever did something you truly love doing, this is not hard at all, even if it involves a heavy physical job. So here is the only possible logical conclusion. Find what you really love doing and just fucking do it. And stop worrying about the money, it will come. The money is a byproduct, a side effect, a turbulence around you doing what you were intended to do in this lifetime. And the major criteria of it is your feelings and emotions about it. Once upon a time, I had a client, a police officer, with over 30 years in service. Not a street cop, but a detective. He told me how much he hated his job, every day of his miserable life. But he loved his mother, and she really wanted him to be in the police. He resigned the day after she died, and came over to me for help. A 50-year-old moral and emotional wreck. He wasn't fit in any way into the police job, not physically, not mentally and emotionally. He suffered every day for the freaking 30 years, chasing criminals, twisting their arms into handcuffs, interrogating them during long sleepless nights. Soon we found out what he really wanted to do in life, and he's happily doing it since then. Today he has more money, his health has recovered, and he is quite happy. This happens all the time, especially among women who have to do it in the alien male world. But this is yet another subject, which we covered already and will be covering more in the future. Let's conclude. Recall the premise number 3. In this lifetime you will get a certain amount of money which was predetermined before you were born. Try to hear me. You will get your intended money anyway, to the last penny, regardless of what you are doing, as long as you are doing something. So don't waste your life on what's not yours. This is going against the laws of the universe and the God's plan for you. And for this, you may get really nasty consequences. Here is why. Say you received the money order. You got the email from the post office to come over tomorrow and pick it up. But you don't want to wait till tomorrow. So after dark, you wear a black mask, get a crowbar and break into the post office to get hold of your money order. Naturally, you get arrested. You explain to the police that all you wanted is to get your money order, something that rightfully belongs to you anyway. But it doesn't impress them and you go to prison. Is it stupid? Of course. Then why are you doing it in life? Since you think of yourself as a very smart person. Okay, let's stop here. This is a huge subject. I just scratched the surface and I can go with it on and on and on. If you want to increase your income, there are different ways of doing it. The popular ways involve quickie solutions, life hacks. There is an army of gurus, each of which claims that his particular method will work for you. Most of these hacks look like lightly tap your fingers on your cat's head while saying "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo," or something similar, and go rent a warehouse to store the money that will start falling on your head. It might have happened to someone only because at this very moment they were supposed to receive their money anyway. So now they're adepts of this life hack, selling it to others. Even a partially sane person understands that there is no way to force higher forces and universe to do what you want, especially in such a silly way. I, on the contrary, show you how it actually works here, following the laws of our universe. When you know it, you may be able to change something consciously, knowing exactly what you are doing. Otherwise, you will always be guessing, hoping, occasionally getting something by coincidence, while being at risk that your results will evaporate overnight, leaving you with such liability that you wish you would spend your life in a cardboard box under the city bridge. So, if you want to know more on how it really works, stick around. I will be doing other videos about it and webinars. Knowledge is power, remember? Well, actually, this is not quite true. The applied knowledge is power, but first you need to acquire it. And I can help you with it. You are welcome.